One of the constitutional rights is that I explained to she has a right to remain silent, that doesn't have to say anything to us. And then I asked her if she understood. My last part was if she understood. And I got no response from her at the time. And I was confused actually why she's not responding. And then she said I must be quiet. So I said, okay, you're practicing your right to keep silent. I said, okay, thank you. So I explained to her her rights, and then from there she was transported to Sandton SAPS for further detention.
And since you have been doing this for quite some time, would you constitute that as a lawful arrest?
Yes, sir.
Please continue, sir.
The attorney as well as her husband was informed that she would be taken to Sandton SAPS for further detention, which we then left when we went to Sandton SAPS.
Your Worship, again, Your Worship, I feel that this is a repetition of things. We are not disputing this, or however this person was taken to. I wish my learned friend can just go to where he needs to, needs the court to see, or aspects that he feels that he needs to dispute. We have this evidence on record. It is there that my client was taken to the holding cells. She slept over and went to Randburg Court the following day. Time is against us, and it is also against the liberty of someone. Thank you. I'm not guiding this, my learned friend, I'm not teaching him how to do his work, but at least on aspects that he knows are not in dispute. He cannot let the witness to testify, but he needs to guide that witness to where there are disputes. Thank you, Worship.
If I may reply, Your Worship, there was a bone of contention yesterday regarding the admission of the statement of Warrant Officer Javan. And that contention was based on the fact that the state, did not put the version of Warrant Officer Javan to the applicant, and that was said by the court. And I had never cross-examined her on that version. And I put it before court that there were two conflicting versions before court. And it was the state's intention to call the state witness to explain, or rather to give a full picture of the events of that day, to clarify discrepancies between the testimonies of the first defense witness, the first defense case, as well as the second. And some of these aspects are still going to be clarified by the testimony of Warrant Officer Javan, especially one of the aspects of the second defense witness mentioned that she was never even told as to when the applicant would be appearing before court. It was her testimony. And Warrant Officer Javan is the perfect person to explain that. Therefore, the state is requesting humbly that he continue with his testimony as he is, as it will become further clearer to the court that the defense is misleading this court with regards to the aspects of the arrest in its entirety.
Your Worship, if I may, I do not know whether my learned friend understand what was said yesterday. The issue was not to dispute the evidence that is there, but the issue was whether he has confronted my client while she was on witness stand on evidence that was there, that was given to this court. And if my learned friend also, there were aspects that she may have testified on, but not confronted. That's the crux of the issue. We are not in dispute of the statements that are there. We do not know what is in those statements. But the state had the privilege of having the docket and everything that is contained there. When my client took the witness stand, she was supposed to have been confronted with these discrepancies. That now the state is wasting time calling all the witnesses to testify on aspects that were not gainsaid against my client. Thank you, Bishop.
Just a little detail this issue, and I even asked whether this accepting that the version of the state witnesses was never opposed to the applicant as well as the applicant's state witnesses, and she confirmed that is the case. Now, I refuse admission of the statement. They indicated that she will call up this witness to testify in relation to the arrest.
Yes.
But what I can, that is what is happening now. However, there are some parts of the evidence where you see that they are not in dispute.
Yes, yes, it's true.
If you can relate at least the witness
Of course, Your Worship.
to touch on those aspects that you think that they are in dispute.
Yes, Your Worship. That's what I was also saying. Thank you, Worship.
State is indebted to the guidance of the court. Your Worship, Warrant Officer Javan, did you give or show the J50 warrant to either the applicant or the second state witness, second defense witness? Apologies.
As I said, when I was busy speaking to her, when the accused became hysterical, that's when things got haywire. When she got haywire. So I wasn't even finished saying what I was supposed to be saying. So at that time, it wasn't used. When I was done, when she was taken away, I said I was left behind. Then she said, yeah, you haven't, the attorney present said, you haven't explained, you haven't. That is when I said, then we had a conversation. And this, the J50 was there.
Still at the premises.
Still at the premises with me. I was the one in J50.
So you can confirm that the second state witness who is before court was shown the warrant and explained what is on the warrant.
That's correct.
Okay. And can you confirm that the second state witness was informed on the date in which the applicant would appear in the Randburg Magistrates Court?
When I was done processing the accused, I myself got the phone number from the accused of her attorney to phone her to see we are done with it. Because she said she's going to follow us to the station. She never arrived. I've done my whole paperwork. She never came. Then I found her from my phone to inform her that we are done, that your client wants to see you. The time I came out, not long, she is nearby. She and the husband, the accused husband, arrived at the station, where she was in conversation with the info team that we had, that was the one providing us information. And they were having a conversation regarding the matter. I cannot firstly say if she was informed from it, because I wasn't present in the conversation. But they were having a very long conversation with herself and the husband at the station at the time. And she went to go see a client, I did not know, because I was not involved in that conversation.
Thank you very much, Warrant. As the issues of clarity which the state was seeking have been clarified. No further questions for this witness.
Yes, Your Worship. Just a few questions, Mr. Jaban. I will not touch on the issue of the unlawfulness of how we feel that the arrest was unlawful. It is your evidence that you were told that my client is heavily armed.
Not herself. She has security detail that's armed.
Yes. All right. And I heard you talking about tracing my client. Yes. This trace, where were you getting the coordinates of where she was?
So as I'm saying, I'm the tactical team. I'm not involved. There was an information team that was handling that matter.
All right.
I cannot be.
Okay. But what you can say is that you received information that there is somewhere she's staying somewhere.
Yes.
And you are not in a position to dispute that she was in communication with the person who giving direction of where she was.
I cannot confirm it, sir.
And the fact that she even sent a live location of where she was. You can't dispute that.
I cannot confirm that.
Now, the address he had was 76. The address that you had was 76 Forest Avenue,
That's correct, yes.
and that's where she stayed.
In the estate, yes.
All right. Your Worship, I will not bother the court to waste its time. I'm done with this one.
None, Your Worship.
Yeah, I just want to pose a question about your uniform.
Yes, sir.
You said that the uniform was different from the other members.
No, Your Worship. My uniform, this is the uniform as you say. It's just the gear I had on. I took my gear off as I am the person who's going to fit the race. So I had to
And it's the same color.
That's exactly the same. Some of us, we do have an all-in-one jumpsuit, or we do have a uniform like this, a shirt and pants.
Any of the officers had a navy uniform on.
That is the jumpsuit. It's a darker color, yes. Your Worship.
Was considerably mention of the Alright. There is
Yeah.
That is the state's case, Your Worship.
Are you ready to
Yes, Your Worship, I am ready.
No, Your Worship. The state is not ready.
tell us what to do? When you give education, when are you?
Your Worship, if we may just have an early adjournment for tea, there's just something that I would like to go to my superiors regarding. And we just have this adjournment for tea, and when we return, the state will inform this court as to how much time we need. If that is suitable with the defense.
Your Worship, I do not have a problem with an adjournment requested by the state, but I would also wish to have this adjournment used for the purposes of making sure that we will then be proceeding after my learned friend has come, because we intend to finalize the matter. The applicant needs to know about her liberty, Your Worship. So can we be assisted by my learned friend to attend to whatever matter that he needs to attend to, Your Worship?
I think what he's saying that she needs to seek guidance from the senior. So
Yes,
it means not necessarily from the level, so you can't really contact you.
All right, Your
That is
Worship.
exactly what the state is saying, Your Worship.
Thank you, Your Worship.
What address?
Vice Chairman,
Yeah.
The reason why I didn't cross-examine is because why am I going to cross-examine two versions? Because being an antithetical. It's we just get the person who was there to give the testimony, and then I put your versions to him. Because when I cross-examine in different ways, it's just another way of answering. One of us got the same effect. Didn't have to cross-examine the person. I just put the versions of yours to him.
Thank you.